Hello ladies, happy May 1st. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Today, as I already stated, is the 1st of May. I thought I would give an update how much weight I lost from April 1st to May 1st. And the total weight that I lost for last month was 6.8 pounds. As some of you know, I had to kind of do a little backtracking starting the first of the year, as I had lost 58 pounds in 2019. I had started going out to eat a little bit with my husband and eating out. There's nothing available for me except for maybe a baked potato and some salsa. Eating out, the food has oil in it, so some weight started creeping back on. And then through the holidays, I allowed dairy back in the house as I was making the croissants and I was making cheesecake and cookies and things like that. I was having full cream in my coffee, and I gained back almost 30 pounds. So the beginning of January, I had to begin full McDougall. I went and had blood work done, and my cholesterol was something like 239 or something like that, and then or 236, and then 29 days later I went back and was rechecked, and my cholesterol was down to 170, which is fantastic, and I had lost 11 pounds. Now some people might say, well, how did you lose all that weight? Because now I'm back to close to having lost 60 pounds from when I initially started back in 2019. And how did I lose the weight? Well, let me say this. I am following primarily the McDougall program. I do like a lot of Chef AJ's style. She just clicked with me, and she's the one that introduced me to Dr. McDougall. So I have learned now that I've been doing this for 3 years that really there's a lot to learn, and I ended up adapting some of the things to my own personal physical needs, which I think is really important that we all do. Like for instance, one of the things that's not allowed on either program, the McDougall or Chef AJ, don't recommend having any flour products, especially if you want to do rapid weight loss. Just cut flour out, cut breads and tortillas and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you're doing something like the starch solution, and I've written to Dr. McDougall myself, and basically if you can lose weight and you can eat bread and still lose weight, or if you're like from Mexico, like I live in Mexico, I've been here for 18 years, I seem to just do really well with tortillas. You can eat tortillas, it's okay, as long as you're losing weight and you're able to get to the goals that you're wanting to get to. That type of thing it is acceptable. For me, the other exception that I've had to make was I cut out all the seeds, and I use seeds for seed cycling, which balances my hormones. There's 2 seeds that I take the first 2 weeks of the month, which are ground flax and ground pumpkin seeds. And the other 2 weeks, the latter 2 weeks of the month, I use ground sesame and ground sunflower seeds. Well, I cut those seeds out, and I ended up having some female complications, being that I'm postmenopause, and my estrogen was just dropped too low. And because I don't eat any processed food, I need some estrogen to come from somewhere. So I limit my seeds. You can take 1 to 2 tablespoons of the seeds a day combined. And so while I'm losing, I just try to limit my seeds to a tablespoon, and that seems to be working fine. It seems to be working well with me. So, but I keep my diet very, very simple, very basic. I keep it very monotonous. I'm eating the same things over and over again. That just isn't going to jive with everybody. So if you're able to make a lot of different recipes, and you're able to keep a great variety going in your diet and lose weight, that is good on you. That is great for you. For myself, it makes it easier for me to not have to think about it. I find something that I like, I stick with it for a week or 2, and then I switch it over a little bit to something different. So for example, after talking to Dr. McDougall for 20 some days, I was trying to do his hasty version, which is from his his book, the MCDOUGALL program for maximum weight loss, and it's supposed to be the absolutely quickest way of losing weight. And you're eating a lot of raw vegetables. And so I was eating a lot of lettuce wraps. That just made it easier for me just to make lettuce wraps every day, and I would just have these lettuce wraps, and I enjoyed it very much. But then I found that I really wasn't losing, and the weight loss really wasn't any different than eating the way that I was, because I already eat kind of a lower amount of starch. Some people are very, very active. They need more starch, so they're eating maybe 3, 4, 5 pounds of starch every day. I have very low activity, so it's just a physical problem that I have. I just can't do much more, and so I am eating maybe a pound or a pound and a half of starch every day. That's just the way that just works for me. And then I exercise for maybe 30 minutes a day. Right now I've been trying to take 2 walks a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, and maybe a little bit of swimming. Of course, my dog is out here. She always thinks it's a great opportunity to get a drink while I'm trying to make a video. I think she's dead now. So you might want to know, well, how did you lose the weight? I just kept it very, very simple, very basic. Maybe bake some sweet potatoes, just have some veggies, and recently I've been doing kind of a stir-fry mix of vegetables that I've really, really enjoyed, just adding some bell pepper into the mix. But sometimes it's just broccoli, sometimes it's just a green salad. I just keep it super, super basic. I think the key thing though is to find a good sauce and a good salad dressing, one that you enjoy, that's very, very low in fat, to try to, especially if you're trying to lose weight quicker for the summer, you're going to want to just cut back your fats just as much as possible. So keep it simple, and if you're not in a big hurry, well, then you can make some of these yummy recipes and these, plant-based cheeses and all these kinds of things, and take your time losing your weight. But that's how I lost the weight. I've lost nearly 60 pounds, and I just kept it very basic, very simple, ate a lot of monotonous foods, but it had to be tasty. I kept it, make sure that it tasted good to me. Otherwise, I'm not going to stick with it, and I doubt that others would either. I don't like to feel like I'm on a diet, so it has to be a lifestyle. But one thing I did notice is that the consistency. I kept doing it. So I average, pound and a half, 1.8 pounds a week I'm losing. So I just consistently am losing. So that's how it has accumulated. And I just encourage you. It's been working great for me, and I hope that it'll work well for you too. God bless you. Hi ladies, my name is Lori, and I will never diet again. I'm a conservative Christian, a wife, mother, grandmother, pastor's wife, and my family and I have lived in Mexico since 2004. I'm so glad you've come to join me today. Welcome to my kitchen. Like and subscribe, please.